7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Today I had a special request from Chris to make some T-Rex pendants, actually just the head of a T-Rex with a stone for her grandson, I think it was, or son, I forget. Anyways, we are going to work on that, so let me turn the camera around and we can get started. So let me just bring this around. There's our outside, our nice cold day. Actually, it's not that cold. We're gonna bring this one around. I might have to adjust the camera a little bit to get in the right position. I'm working on the opposite side of the table because it's a sunny day and we don't want to have sun making really bad shadows. So that's what we're working on today. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up the video so we can see what's happening. View my channel. There's the live. Awesome. Okay, hey, we already have Amber and Corey. Hi, Amber. Hi, Corey. If you guys don't already know, Amber is Tree Sap Girl, and she's the moderator of my YouTube channel. So thanks for being here, Amber. I'm just going to make sure my chair is positioned well so I can be centered on the screen. So these are the templates that I'm working with, and I'm just going to double check to see where that was. I'm just looking for the request from Chris for the T-Rex. So it was for her grandson. That's what she said. I thought it was her grandson. So there we go. So this is for Chris's grandson, and we're gonna see what we can do with this. And these are the templates, and she wants a stone with it, and she wants the T-Rex head. So this is what we're working with. I have a bunch of stones. I was just gonna look through some of my glass and my stones to see if there's something that I can use, because I haven't, as always, I haven't 100% prepared any samples, but I do have the ideas and the templates. So here is a glass piece, and let's see what else we have. We have a flat glass piece. This is actually from a stained glass store. It's a fused glass. So we have that. If you're wondering why there's tape on this one, it's because I used to do stained glass pendants. So you put copper foil, which sticks to the glass, and then solder, and then a ring on top. And I used to make hundreds of these pendants to sell at craft shows and stuff, and also at the gallery. But I might have a tutorial for that, for soldering that. I don't remember if I made a tutorial for that, but that's what that is. And then if you don't have the tools to do that type of thing, well, you still would need a grinder, and you can grind a groove in the glass, which is what I've done here, which might be actually useful for this project, although not really accessible for other people to do that. So maybe I won't do that. But these were a couple I did with the grooved glass. And so you just do a line, you get a special groove bit for a grinder for stained glass, and you make a groove, and you can make all kinds of pendants. And then this one was like a fractal weave type of thing. So all kinds of treasures. Here's a nice glass piece. And what else do we have that might be possible? Because I'll pull out a bunch of things and then we'll choose. I mean, this is a literal rock. I don't think we're going to use that one, but that's sort of what we have in this container. And then in this one, I have similar stuff. This is some kind of fossil rock, which could be very interesting. Let's take that at the side. And other than that, oh, there's amber. Not amber. Is this called amber? Amethyst. That's what that's called, amethyst. So that. This is some kind of volcanic rock, which might be interesting. More rocks than I thought. And then this is just another stone. So maybe we'll stick with the stone idea rather than glass. So I'll remove the glass pieces, and we're going to eliminate some of this stuff. This is actually cool. This is like a hematite, but glass. So that's not a stone either. That's more glass. Okay, so let's remove those. And then I have these. Hi, Connie. We have these semi-precious stones from a crystal shop. See, this one I already soldered because I actually used to make bracelets, big chunky stone bracelets with these pieces for the gallery, but I don't do that anymore. And this is kind of nice. This is a tiger eye, so we can keep that one at the side. I think that might be useful. This one also has copper foil on it. This is some kind of beautiful stone. I'm not sure what it is. And then we have other different kinds of stones. I will figure out what I want to do with this. Maybe I'll just keep those ones in mind because the other ones I'm not sure they're a suitable shape. But what I might do is just start by doing a T-Rex, and then we'll worry about the stone option later. This actually has a hole in it, so that's interesting too, to make jewelry when the stone already has a hole in it. Okay, so let's put that stuff at the side. And you know I like to work with 20 gauge wire, so I have a few. I have gold, and maybe I'll work with these more gold and copper colors rather than silver. And then the tools. So I have the nipper tool from Beadalon. I have their chain nose pliers, nylon jaw pliers in case we need them. Put those at the side. And the bail making pliers, which are their older ones and their newer ones and older ones, and they're just fractionally different, so I like to have them both handy. And round nose pliers. And then these are some other tools they sent me that I haven't tested yet. They're an all-in-one tool, so if you're traveling and you just want one pair of pliers, they cut, they have a flat, and they have the round nose, and they have this interesting groove in them. I'm not even sure what that's for. Anyways, I haven't done a video for those yet. I'll maybe do those on Tuesday. And stop procrastinating. Let's get going with the T-Rex. And let me know in the comments what you guys are working on. I'm getting back into art and working on a new 10-day art challenge that's coming up soon. And just trying to do some creative projects and stuff, staying warm. So these are really fun. She did say a dinosaur, like a T-Rex head. I thought this one was funky with the skull and the crown. I saw something similar in a clip art on Canva, so I thought, well, maybe something like that. I'm not sure, but I think we're going to stick with a kind of a T-Rex head, although the skull thing is really cute too. I will just start by starting. Some jewelry made out of pennies. Ooh, that sounds really cool. You'll have to send me some pictures. I love that. Very nice. Why don't we go ahead and cut some copper wire? I think I will start with the skull. I don't know, I'm veering towards that. If we get 20 inches, should be more than enough of the 20 gauge wire. I'm gonna put the stones at the side. We'll use those later. So let's try 20 inches times 20 gauge and go from there. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with the crocheted jewelry. I'm wearing my Start by Starting shirt today. That's so awesome. Oh, I love that. Very, very nice. You know what? I don't think I got one for myself. I'll have to get one. I forgot. I have so many t-shirts with all the different sayings and stuff on it, but I don't think I ordered that one. I'll have to do that. Okay, so why don't we start maybe over here? And I think I'll just go ahead and trace this pattern and get these ones. Mirta, hello. How are you? We're good. Hot in Buenos Aires. Ooh, a hot wave. Okay, we're just going into a cold wave, which hasn't quite started yet. But Mark says it's getting cold next week. So we don't have the same colds we used to get. We used to go down to -30, etc. But now it doesn't really ever get that cold again. I think it's going down to -25 or something this next week, which is what they say. Whether that actually happens or not, we'll see. So I'm just gonna kind of follow this shape. If you're having trouble doing it by hand, just grab your pliers. These are the round nose pliers. And we're gonna do the eye. I like starting with a pretty simple design, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna do the stone after. So now we've got the eye, and then we need to bend it up this way on top or beside that. And then we're going to take this. I went to my drawing class my drawing workshop yesterday, or last week. Remember I told you last Wednesday I was going to the drawing? It was really good. The girl was really nice. She was a really good model, and it was so funny. She had props. So she went, I guess maybe the props were already in the coffee shop, because she had apples and lemons, and she used them. She held the apples and the lemons as props, and I thought that was so cute, because I've never seen that before with a life drawing class where they just grab some props like that. They usually come with a lot of drapery and stuff, which she also had, but she used the props, so I thought that was really cool. Bernice would love it. Oh yes, Bernice likes dinosaurs and stuff, I think. I haven't seen Bernice in a while. Hopefully she's doing all right and having a good new year. Okay, so there we are, just the beginning parts of the skull, which looks cute. So why don't we just go ahead and make some teeth? I'm going to figure out where the first one should go, and I'll just freeform those with the pliers. I just want to make sure I bent the first one. Those are my round pliers, which is not what I meant to get. I'm just going to bend them back and forth into the teeth. And I actually didn't ask Chris if she wanted a skull or a dino head, so I'll do options for both, and then she can do it how she likes. So we're going to bend this back and forth and back and forth. You really want to get those teeth as sharp as possible. Don't worry if they're even. These ones are the bends are a little tighter together, but of course you're a little bit limited with your size of the wire and also the size of the pliers. Here's my grandson, John Paul. He says, your sketches are so cool. That's so awesome. Well, hello, John Paul. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. I appreciate that. And do you do drawing as well? I'd love to see your drawing. I love seeing other people's drawings. So now we're going to go in here, and already I see I've made a little bit of an error, because I think I meant for this wire to come along, but now I don't. I'm not sure. So I'm going to just give this one a little bit of a jog. Yeah, the challenge, of course, is getting the wire to look like the drawing. But when you trace it, it definitely helps. I'm going to bring this one up here. And then now I'm going to actually bend this and bring it down here. And we're going to continue this way. You can kind of bring it around and down. If you need help with the pliers, just go ahead, lift it off the template here, up, and here. We went and discovered a new shopping mall yesterday. They're building a big shopping hotel, creative space kind of conglomeration right near downtown. It actually used to be something called the Blue Bonnet, which was a racetrack. And then the racetrack went out of business, and it's now they're building a huge, the shopping mall wasn't that big, but apparently there's doing a couple of hotels and outdoor fountains and stuff like that. So it's in progress, and we've seen them working on it for years. So we finally went to see it yesterday. A lot of very high-end stores. There was one store that was so cool. It was like a candy shop, and they had all kinds of random candies and stuff. They had, I'd never seen it, but you guys may have seen it already. They had a Reese's peanut butter, and peanut butter in a jar, and I thought that was really cool that you can buy Reese's peanut butter in a jar. And I already have a pot of commercial peanut butter like that. I have the Jif peanut butter, Otherwise, I would have bought it just to try it, but I didn't buy it. So another time, if ever I get through the Jif, I think I'm going to have the Jif for about a year because I don't eat it that much. It was just for a treat. This is 20 gauge. Surprise, surprise, Mirta. How did you not know? I always use 20 gauge. That's so funny. And yeah, so when I bought the Jif peanut butter, I was in the grocery store and there were these two young girls. We have a college near us, so a lot of students go shopping at the grocery store. And there were these two young girls debating over which was the better peanut butter, Skippy or Jif. And one of them was adamant that Jif was her favorite peanut butter. So I bought that and it's good. I mean, those commercial peanut butters all taste the same. It's like kind of like having candy for breakfast, but it's, yeah, it was tasty. So now let's go ahead and we've got this. See, it's looking cool, actually. I really like this. We've got this one here. Like I said, that those could have been a little sharper maybe. And my thought was to actually finish it down here. Oh, well, wouldn't that be even cooler if it opened and closed? Okay, now I'm thinking that would have been even cooler to do a hinge where you can open and close it. That would have been so cool. I can work on that another time. But what I'll do now is just take this. I cut my wire too long, but that's okay. And we're gonna bend it around here. We can trim a little bit because I want to wind it around a few times to make it look cool. And how much wire did we take off? We took off about 5 inches. So already we're gonna knock this down probably to 5 would take it to 15, and then I'll probably take probably a few, let's just put -5 because my brain's not functioning right now. So we're going to figure that out after. It looks thicker. Maybe because I'm close to the camera, because it is 20, and maybe it's, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if there's slight fluctuations in wires with the gauges. So it might be on the thicker side of a 20, but it is 20 gauge. Yeah. And the 18 gauge would be just a little too difficult to get it much detail in this one. And then the 22 would be a little flimsy. So I'm getting something in between. I'm coiled it a few times. I probably didn't need to coil it that many times. Maybe I'll pull it back a little bit. And we'll just clip that end off with the nipper tool or your fluff cutters. You know, those fluff cutters come in handy. So there we go. We're going to do that and pinch it together. Oh, that's super funky, guys. I like that. And we could even put a crown on this one after if we wanted to. If I don't use it for the stone, we could do that. We're going to bring this here. We're going to bring this one here, and then we want to form the rest of the skull. So we're going to bring it around, and we'll make it look not too perfect, right? We're going to kind of give it a little bit of kinks every now and then. Bring it around here, and around. That's good. So let's get the round pliers, bring it here and then back. Just gives it a little, yeah, we definitely have too much wire. And we're gonna bring it down here. I guess the other thing we could have done is if we have too much wire, we could maybe use it to attach the stone, but I haven't really thought about how I'm gonna do that yet. So that might be an issue. So if we bring this to the back, here and here, this is what we have so far. It's really funky. I do like this. Bring that one in. And then we can press the teeth with the flush cutter, or the flush cutters. I am not getting my words out today. That is the nylon jaw pliers. And say you wanted to put it on a stone. I mean, you could. It almost fits perfectly on this one. It's a little bit subtle, but you could put it on, because I don't think it's going to fit on any of the other stones. That's the thing. But say you found a stone that was shaped like that. Maybe we can do that. I probably shouldn't have cut my ends, right? Okay. Let's bring this one back here. So why don't we take a picture first before I attempt to attach it to the stone. So we have a picture of it. Ready? Okay. And do we want it that much open, the mouth? We can close it up a little bit more. I do like that. Okay. Let's take a picture. Perfect. Yeah, I think this is some kind of fossil stone. I actually don't even know. I bought it ages ago. So, but maybe it would be cooler to have it on the textured side. You know, because we have a flat side, which it shows up. Okay, let's look at that. We have a flat side. Shows up quite well. And then we have the textured side, which is more rock-like. So what would we do to attach this? We'd have to take this around. I should have left more ends on this. If we bring this one around, and then we'd have to attach it somehow to the nose or something here. And then we would have to also attach it with some other, but you know what I'm thinking? Just because this is a really thick wire, let's try to attach it. So we're just going to clip this one, and after all, we're not going to need 20 inches of wire. So maybe why don't we just put 14 inches? Should be fine. I clipped off that end because what I'm going to try to do now is get a thinner wire, either 22 or 24, to attach it. Let me just go grab the 24. So I'm going to leave these so you guys can look at these. And I'm just going to grab my 24 gauge wire. Just because attaching it's going to be a little bit the textured side, eh? Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's cool. Now I want to go down to a beach and find rocks that look like dinosaur heads. Wouldn't that be a fun project to do with your grandson? That'd be awesome. I have a big piece of this. I'm going to do that in the spring. I'm going to go look for rocks that look like dinosaur heads. And then we can do this. That'd be so cool. Now, healthy recipe. Hello, hello. That's a nice username. Do you have recipes on your YouTube channel? I love that. Very fun. Okay, so now let us, I'm gonna just clip this little end a bit too. I don't like that that's sticking out. There we go. So we are going to, maybe around the middle of this, I'm going to go ahead and wind the wire around. So we are using a thinner wire. So my mom's account, so cool. Nice. There we go. Oh, you're Alman. This is your mom's account. Geez, Alman, I haven't seen you in ages. How are you? Oh my goodness. Is your mom still making recipes on her account? That's so cool. Wow, what a treat. Happy New Year. Hope everything's going good. Are you still making wire art and wire jewelry? You're doing great. That's awesome. How's the weather over there? We're having a chilly day. Some people having warm weather, some people having cold weather. Yeah, we had a nice warm couple days. So now I'm going to try to get this to stay on here. It's so nice to have you pop in again. Mustafa pops in every now and then, and it's always nice, but I know you guys are really busy with school, so I don't expect it, but I always appreciate it. Now I'm going to take this here, and I'm actually going to wind it on the other side of the mouth, so it's going to be more secure. Here we go. Excellent. Now, it actually is a pretty decent shape, considering I just randomly did this shape, but it seems to almost fit on this stone, which is really lucky. I'm going to take this one and bring it around back, but I have some fun wire art I would like to share soon. That would be awesome. Tag me if you, or send it to me on Instagram if you have any pics to share. That would be great. I would love that. I love to see what people are experimenting with. Now this is a little tricky. I'm just trying to hold it all together and wind the wires around. I can tighten these wires after, but I just want to slightly get it to stay in place. I'm going to bring that through, push the wire through so it doesn't kink too much. That's Amber's idea. She told me about that, pushing the wire through rather than pulling it too much. And how are we going to attach this? I think I'm just going to play around with this and try to get it to stay in place. I'm going to bring this one in here to where the nose is. We're going to need a little bit of space there. It should be able to go in there. The 24 gauge is quite thin, so it should work. Bring this one in here. And, oh, why did I do that? No, we want to go under there. That's it. Okay. There's that. And we just have to keep going back and forth until this is secure. So where do we have to attach it? That's the question. I think we just have to keep going back and forth and make sure that it's going to hold together, because that's the question. Is it actually going to hold together? That we don't know until we try. Let's just keep bringing these wires back and forth. I don't know if you can see the back. It's just kind of a mishmash of things. And if you don't try, you don't know. So we're going to try this. Because the mouth opens and goes back and forth, I don't know how secure it's going to be, but we're just going to try. We're going to keep going back and forth. And then maybe now I could bring it up to this part here. Bring it up through here and back. I'm not winding it around. I'm just going back and forth. I think we're going to have to go back and forth quite a few times just to be really sure it's secure. So now I'm going to go back above the nose here to see if that's going to work. Okay, here I'm pulling it back, and I'm going to bring it back here. I'm going to bring it back down here again, and maybe, where do I want to go? I don't want too much wire in one place. Maybe I'll come over here. I think I want to just leave that open here. So I'm going to come here, maybe on this side to hold in place. Okay, no, that's pushing it a little bit. Sometimes you try something and then it doesn't quite work. So let me just slide it in here and see. Bring it around. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. Nice. So we're going to take this over here and then over this way. That's a lot of wire in one place, but it should be all right. And how are we doing over here? Yeah, it's a bit of a mess at the back, but I think I'm going to be able to fix it up. And then what I want to do, that might be enough. I do want to attach it all together here. How do I want to do that? Do I want to twist it together? I don't even know. I'm just going to play with this. So I'm going to actually twist this together. If I can, I'm going to hold that. Now I kind of wish this wire was longer. That's okay. I can twist it together just to make it a little bit more strong. It's not twisting very well, but yeah, maybe I should have left one wire a little longer, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to twist that as much as I can and maybe hold the end and bring it around a bit. And there we go. Actually, can we do experiment? Is it possible for someone to actually like physically like the video, and I'll see if it shows up on my end? Because I'm loving those hearts, and it's making me think if someone clicks like on the actual video, will it show up? Because right now there's like no likes, no dislikes. So I'm just curious. I never thought about it before, but I don't know if it comes up live or if I have to refresh my page. So done, you did. Okay, thanks. So let me refresh my page and I'm gonna see if it works. Refresh the page, play. Ah, it worked. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. There's 5 likes. Yay. How fun. I'm so not good at asking people to like the page and stuff and the video, but I should get in the habit because I know YouTube likes it when people like your video. Okay, and I like it too. So now I just did this weird twisty thing, which isn't necessary really, but it just thickens up the wire a little bit. So if I do the bail at the top with it being twisted already, maybe it'll even go around 3 times. If not, I could maybe do a bigger bail, because if you put a thick cord in there, you're going to want it a little bit bigger. So it looks like I had done a little over 1 inch. And now I'm going to take the thicker part of the bail making pliers and go in here. Very cute, thank you, and bring it around. So that will go around twice. And it's a little messy, but that's okay. It kind of looks very rustic now. And I'll take the wire and wind it around a few times. So that's nice. I have a little extra wire that I'm going to be able to do something with. And I think if we had had maybe a longer stone that was more dinosaur head shaped, it would have looked a little more effective, but it's not bad considering I randomly chose this stone. And then you can look around and see, I'm not going to cut it yet. I'm going to tighten up some of these wires. And then if it looks like I have to add more, I will. And to tighten the wires, absolutely amazing. Thank you. I'm trying to make it for my cousin brother. Cool. So let's go ahead and take these, and that's my little trick to tighten the wires. You just take your, you guys can't see, I'll put it on an angle. I'm going to take these and just little flick of the wrist to tighten them up. So you can go in and just hold the wires between the ends of the round nose pliers or the bail making pliers and twist. And maybe we'll have to twist it up here a little bit more. You really want to tighten these up a little bit. And this one too. So it's just going to make it a little more secure on the back. See, it's more tightened up. And then I don't think we need more wires. So at that point, we can clip this one. So he loves dinosaurs. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Dinosaurs are awesome. I made one out of fabric before, and it was like a mummy dinosaur, and I made a bunch of baby dinosaurs. And I put them in those plastic Easter egg things you can get from the dollar store. So the little baby dinosaurs were in the little Easter eggs in the mummy's belly. It was so cute. I made those years ago. I made them as gifts for a bunch of different people. And I think I still have one in my stuff. Okay, now you can adjust it now as you need. If you want it to look more long, I guess we can just pull this out so it actually sits a little bit beyond the rock, because you could, or you can just adjust it so it kind of follows the stone a little more. Like I said, I wish I had had a stone that was more longer, but considering what I'm working with, and now we can sculpt it to fit. Now we can sculpt it to fit on the stone a little bit better. But that's pretty well the idea. A little more successful than I thought it would be. And if it was, the stone was a better shape, it would be perfect. So there's that, guys. Thank you. Really cool. And let's do another one. I'm going to get a sip of water. And let's do another one that's not a skull, but that's a great idea for a skull. Now I want to find a stone that looks like a dinosaur head. But in the meantime, let's do one that's not like that. Let's do an actual dinosaur. This one's really funky too. This is like a decorative kind of dinosaur with all kinds of random stuff in it. I do like that idea too. Now she did just say the head, so I'm a little hesitant to do something with the whole body, but maybe doing a funky, that kind of head would be cool too. Let's look at our stones and rocks and see what we have, because maybe we could also do one baby Rex. So maybe we can also just do one on a stone rather than getting it to conform to the shape. I mean, this is almost dinosaur head-like as well. Like that would have almost worked for something like that, but it's smaller. But maybe we'll try something different and do it on a different color too, because I do have these stones, but they're also brown. Let me get the gold wire. So I'd like to change up the wire this time. And okay, let me just think. I think I'll maybe do the green to change it up. Okay. And we can start again with the, maybe 18 gauge is fine. 18 inches. Hopefully it's enough. And I'll do the same where I would attach it with a thinner wire, I think. Now, we can maybe do it a little bit different. These teeth are a little bit different too. I don't know if I want to do them that way or not, or do them with a separate wire, because that's also something that we can do. I kind of like the funky eyes. We can try that. I don't know if she wants it cartoon-like. That's the trouble with these projects, is there's so many different possibilities. Oh, Alman has to go. Oh, nice to see you, Alman. Thanks so much for hopping on. Say hello to your family for us. And Happy New Year. That was a bonus. Okay, let's do this around. Let's see what happens if we do a dino with cartoony eyes. Around here. And around, and then again. I don't want to, sometimes you just don't want to overthink things either. You just want to go with it and see what happens. And that's when the most creative things happen, is when you don't overthink it. You just go with it. And you don't say, oh, that's not going to work. Because when you say that, then, you know, you're already giving yourself a handicap. So if you just go ahead and try it and not thinking, will it work or not, then the chances are it will work. But if you don't try it, then of course you'll never know if it'll work. So we're going to do that here. And funky little eyes. Almost like alligator eyes, actually. It looks a little bit more like a stylized alligator than a T-Rex. We might or might not use this one on a stone, but that's okay. And then if we bring that one kind of down, I'm not sure I want to do the teeth with this one. So what I'm going to do is actually just bring this one in and out. I'm trying to make it cartoony, so I don't really want it to be perfect. And then this way. And I'm not going to do that. I could do the arms, but I really want to keep it just the head for now. And then around. Okay, so we've got that. And then for the teeth, I'm going to get something smaller, maybe the 22. Let me try 22. Just going to get some 22 gauge and do the back and forth. I think I can remove this template for now. There we go. Redo your alligator with the umbrella from the tutorial. Oh, fun. Yeah, it looks alligator-like, eh? It really does. But if it doesn't end up looking right, I won't necessarily attach it to the stone. But the thing with these is you guys can just take the parts that you like and discard the parts you don't like. So Chris, if you like part of like one of these, parts of one of these, and want to change it up and combine it with parts of another one, that's totally fine. And so we're going to see if the teeth fit, and then we will bring it in here and do the teeth on the other side, and then figure out if we can attach them. Is this going to work or not? This, I'm just winging it. I'm not sure this is going to work at all, but you don't know until you try. Okay, and this one probably is too much. Okay. Okay, now I don't know if I can just cut these ends or not. I think I will, and see if this will work. So say you make the teeth separate, and then you just go ahead and clip them here, and then I don't know if it's going to stay or not, because these could be kind of denture type things. Oh yeah, because that can fit right in there. These, I think we're going to have to bring them in a little bit more because they're a little too spaced apart. So we can just bring these in a little bit more. This one too. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is get an even thinner wire, because it's going to be really hard to wind that wire. So I would say 26 gauge, which I think is this one. So let's get 26 gauge. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. I love that. And we are going to bing. This poor little T-Rex has no teeth. Let's give him some teeth. Let's hold this in place. Make sure that's in the right position, or was it out the other way? I don't know if it really matters. And then we're going to go ahead, hopefully I cut the wire long enough, and wind it around. This is so interesting to explore these different ideas, because I've made similar things before, but I never thought to do the teeth separate like this. So this works. Well, so far it works. We're going to bring the wire, might not work actually. I'm going to bring the wire to the back. And we'll have to start with one side. So I'll twist this around at the intersection of each tooth. Here, there, and then this one. And then this kind of just naturally sits in place, which is really interesting. And then I'm just going to go around the once, I think, and then clip it at the back. Okay. And now we can, it's you giving the hearts. Thank you, Mirta. You're going to have a sore finger, and I appreciate that. So now we are going to attach this one and bring it there. Oh, it's got pulled over a little bit, so we just have to push it over a little bit more. And now we're going to go on this side. Nice. I just bought a stone with that has fossils that are right where the teeth and eye could go. Oh my gosh, can you send me a pic? Connie, if you could send me a pic, I could show people on the live stream. So if you want to DM it to me on, I guess, Facebook or something, I can pull it up and show people. That's amazing. Wow. Boy, gotta love these coincidences that happen, eh? That's really amazing. Incredible. Yeah, I don't know if I have any other regular rocks. I got rid of a lot of my random rocks that I used to pick up on vacations and stuff. So I think everything I had was in that one bin I got these out of. But that's so cool. So we're going to bring this one and wind it around. Yeah, let me know if you send it to me. I can show people. And if you need it even more secure, I guess you can go around twice, but I think that's going to hold in place when you wind it once. And clip it and push that in and bring that here. And then this one. Okay, now we have funny little teeth that look interesting. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're definitely interesting. And here, let's look at our picture. I wouldn't say that looks super dinosaur-y, but a little bit. Sent it to Messenger. Awesome. Let me get my phone and see this stone. That is so cool. Messenger. Refresh the page. Here we go. Oh, wow. That is so cool. Let me make it bigger so you guys can see it. There. Wow, can you guys see? Hopefully there's no reflection. That it looks like an eye and teeth. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Can you guys see that? That's so cool. Wow. Thanks for sharing. That's really cool. I can't wait to see what you create with that. Amazing. Okay, so let's see. I mean, this one could go on here. I also have a black stone that it could go on. Maybe black would be better. I think it's going to show up better. And we have to figure out how to, yeah, so cool. I love that. Yeah, gotta love the universe, eh? And how these things happen. And maybe what I'll do is just bring this one down. Well, it looks like it has a little, yeah, maybe a little like thing like that type of thing. And then to get it to fit on the stone, if I bring it here and around, like what if we did something like that? I'm really just winging it now. And then we brought it around here. Okay, around here. So we have these two wires. I won't get it until early next week. Ah, okay, cool. Oh, so you ordered it, eh? That's really cool. I love that. I've never really bought stones online. I've always buy them just at my stone shop. But we have a lot of resources here in Montreal. We have a place called Crystal Dreams, which also sells online. But they, I'm gonna just adjust this so it's gonna stay in place. they sell, they have a couple of shops in Montreal. They have one downtown and then one not too far from us in Pierrefonds. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to take this. I've just kind of knotted these together at the bottom. It's a little bit messy, but that's okay. So we're going to bring this one up. I'm actually going to bring it in between the eyes. And now you'll see I'm using the same wire that I did to make the piece. So it was long enough that we could do that, which is great. And we're going to pull this one in between the eyes, I guess. See, the eyes are getting a little bit distorted, but that's not a big deal. So we brought that one here. Okay, maybe push it down a little bit more. And then this one, we're going to have to attach in another way. So this, I guess, around here. Maybe over, to think which, maybe I want to do it up towards the nose, because I have to hold the nose in place too. So we're going to pull that one in here, there, and in there. Okay, so we have the nose there, and maybe bring it over to the other side, because we want to get this one in place too. So we'll take that, bring it through. Oop, in you go. Oop. Okay. And there. Okay. So that's pretty cool around here. And then we have to get it to hold, like making sure it's attached in enough places. Maybe we can just bring this one kind of straight back and then back up here, because if we would have enough to bring it back up here. Let's center this wire here. So I just bent it up at an angle in the middle of the stone. I'm going to take this one, bring it around, maybe a couple of times. And I had just enough for that. That was lucky. There's an app to identify stones. Ooh, that sounds cool. Maybe you could email that to me, Mirta. That would be really cool. And then now we're just going to make a loop at the top. So let's take the bail making pliers. And again, we can make it a little bigger. And this time go around maybe 3 times. Yeah, yesterday there were specials on movies at the movie theater, and I looked online and I couldn't find any movies in the theater that I wanted to see. I don't know if you guys have seen any movies lately that are any good. There was one. There were 2 that were documentaries about singers, Bob Dylan, and one was Robbie something. It's a guy from Britain, I think, but the movie looked a little bit creepy. The main character was a monkey. It looked very odd, kind of surrealist, I guess, in a way, but no, not my cup of tea. And then what was the other one? Oh, The Wizard? No, not The Wizard. What's it called? Wicked. And that's also not really my cup of tea, that kind of movie. I like really just either really weird artsy movies or chick flicks or comedies type of thing. But I don't like animation. I don't like crime. I don't like horror. I don't like musicals. So I'm a little bit restricted in what I can watch. I like them when they're very like kind of weird psychological, like they call them dramedies, which are like dramas, family dramas type of thing, but comedies. I like those type of thing. Okay, so there we go. So needless to say, I didn't go see a movie last night. So this is he's kind of cool actually, guys, and it's pretty solid. So I think there's a lot you can do with this one. It's right on there. It's pretty solid. So we have like a skull and a dinosaur. So that's pretty fun. Super cool. Thank you. And now I think I'm gonna do one more, just a quick one. And which one? But not a whole body. Maybe I'll do, I like the idea of doing the dino with the crown too. This one's really funky too, like the whole body. I could always do more next week as well. But maybe what I'll do is I'll just do a super quick one like that with the crown, because I really did like that idea. So why don't we do that one? I'm going to, do I want to do it with silver and then or a silver crown, maybe gold with a silver crown? Let's do that. The Great Showman is a nice movie with great music. So what is that one? I don't know that one. I don't even know if it's in the theater currently. It sounds good though. Okay. Let's do this one. I'm gonna try to keep this one simple. Great Showman. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure I know what that is. Okay, so I'm gonna just do some teeth. Try to do this one quickly so it doesn't take too much time. And anytime you guys have to go, don't worry about it. Not a problem. I don't know how many teeth I did for the last one. We don't want it to be too big. Not in the theater, yeah. I mean, we have Netflix too, that I've definitely watched movies on Netflix sometimes as well. I wish there was like a good series on Netflix. I watched Superstore about 3 times, and it's still on Netflix, but I don't think I could watch it again. It was really funny though. I did like that. The only season I didn't like was when during the pandemic they did a season where they were all wearing masks, and it was really, really hard to understand what they were saying because you didn't have the visual cue of their mouths. Even, I don't know, I had a lot of hard time following the show. I think you need that visual cue with the mouth moving and stuff. So I didn't enjoy that last season. Was it the last season? I guess it was the last season or second last season. I'm not sure. Anyways, that happens. Okay, now T-Rex was the king in those times. Aha. Yes, I see what you mean. Yeah, for sure. And now we're just going to do kind of a nose thing here, and then up. I'm just really sculpting this part. So we're going to bring that one around and around and around. Okay, down there, and make the eye shape, winging it. Okay, hopefully it's gonna be good shape, pretty good. Oh, maybe I didn't make it. I think I made it the eye too big now, because the mouth, I think I made it a little bit smaller. So let's just go ahead and make it a little bit smaller. And yeah, I don't want it too big. So there and around here. And then this one goes down and there and up. Because now I'm thinking I did like that. I did like the way it was kind of separated on both sides. So I will just go up and down here. I think that's fine. I don't know if that's right or not. Oh, I could do it that way, where I just bring it like that way. And this way, maybe. I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go. I don't know if that works or not. We're going to bring it up here. And then we can just kind of, I guess, finish it in a way that, because I'm going to attach the crown, so I haven't quite decided how I want to finish this part, unless I just bring this to the back and then bring this one around it and just finish it. That's pretty good. I don't know if that's a dinosaur skull or not, but we're gonna go with it. Let me take this, bring it around. I'm gonna remove some of this other stuff and give it a little pull. Clip it and pinch it in. There. And then just bring this other wire down. So we're basically just finishing it off without putting it on a stone or anything. I'm just making this, and without making any kind of loops. So I don't mind the way that looks actually. So here is our skull. Almost looks like a dog skull, but maybe not. Okay. You want the nose to be up a bit, maybe. Okay, good enough. So there is the skull, and to do a crown, let's just go ahead and get, well, we probably don't need that much wire. I'm gonna go with about 10 inches of, I should probably write this down. I forgot to write the other one down, so it was 18, the last one. We did 18 inches, and we did 12 and 10. Close enough. And we want to do a crown, and we will attach it just like that. And I will get the round pliers and start by doing a loop. And if you wanted, you can add beads to the crown if you wanted to make it more fancy. I think that Chris is just going to do something a lot more plain for her grandson, which is fine, but sometimes it's nice to try out some other ideas as we think of them. And I'm going to try to do 5 of these loops, and then one of them can serve to hang the skull up as a pendant. I'm just trying to get these all the same size. 2, and then this one, and maybe make the curve a little bit bigger, so there's a little more space there. So I'll go lower down on my pliers. Here, there, and then this one. Make sure the loop's big enough. More hearts, thank you. I love those hearts. They're so nice. And I love when you send messages on Facebook, and if you just type in a heart, when the person receives it, they get like a cascade of hearts. I guess you would call it that, a cascade of hearts. Yeah, my sister loves it when I send hearts. And it kind of explodes. It's like a heart explosion, which is really nice. Okay, so here is 4, and let's do one more and hope it's going to fit after all this. There we go. Are there other emojis that do that? Is it just the hearts? That's so cool. I love that. Maybe it's something on your phone. It's really cool. I'm not usually on the other end of the chat, so I don't know how it works. I don't think there are any live streams that I consistently watch. I used to watch Matt's Crazy Art. He used to do live streams, and he still does them, but he mostly sells crystals now. He used to do just regular live streams, and they were really fun. He'd play music, and he did wire stuff and all that type of thing, but I haven't really talked to Matt in a long time, so I think he's doing well. I think he has he got married, or he has a fiance or something, which is really nice. Yeah, nice guy. But other than that, I don't think there are any live streams that I used to watch. Okay, so what have we got? Maybe the news. So here's our crown. Looks a little odd, but that's okay. I'm going to go back and do a little bit more decor, a little bit more detail, I guess you would call it. So if I take this and maybe get the flat ones and around here, see what we can do here. I just want to make sure it's going to be fitting. I don't know if I love this crown, but we're going to play with it for a bit. Okay. There we go. Yeah, let me know if you guys, follow other people and watch their live streams. If you have any interesting channels you want to recommend, I'm always interested in sharing other people's stuff. Amber and my sister Kristen and I did some art from some really nice art channels on the weekend. That was really fun, and I linked them up on my art channel. So if you want to do watercolor and discover some new watercolor art channels, they were really, really nice and easy projects. Those weren't they easy, Amber? Those projects, they were so fun. Chrism Dove, hello. Thank you. I'm having fun here. I'm just going to do a little bit more detail in the crown. Maybe I'll just do this type of thing. Why not? I just want to fill it in a little bit. Now I could get other colors. I was even thinking you could put like flowers and stuff like I've done before. There's all kinds of things you can do. But for now, I'm going to keep it super simple and then put the crown on. It's a little funky, but that's okay. I'm going to bring this one back here. And then let me know if you guys have any requests for next week. Last week I did the camels. This week I'm doing this one with the T-Rex. So if you guys have any requests for next week, I guess we're getting towards Valentine's. I've done a few Valentine's projects before, but if there's something different you'd like me to do for Valentine's, you can let me know. Okay, I'm just going to go around this one a couple of times, not too many times. We're going to take that off here, and I think Mark Kistler live stream drawing. Ooh, okay, I'm writing that down. That sounds really cool. I love that idea. Mark Chrysler live drawing. Oh, there used to be a guy that drew live on Instagram, and Mimi and I used to follow him years ago. He's a Canadian. He's from Calgary, and his name was SJ Custom Art. And it was a hobby because he worked, I don't know if he worked for the government or something. He had a full-time job, but he was doing this at the side, and he was quite active on Instagram. I don't know if he's on TikTok now, but I don't know, I forget his name, but he went by SJ Custom Art, and he did kind of graffiti style drawings, and he would do custom drawings. We ordered some stuff from him before, but he was a really interesting person, and that was Instagram. Don't know if he has YouTube. He usually does whimsical drawing. That sounds fun. I'm checking that out. Awesome. Amber says you could do a dog or some sort of animal with a heart-shaped glasses. Oh, that'd be so cute. I love that. I love that. Okay, let's try something like that. Brilliant. That'll be really fun. And then I think we're pretty well done this for now. And like I said, you could embellish the crown any way you want. I'm not sure I liked where I finished the skull. There's a bit of a knot there, but you might be able to cover it up a little bit. Maybe I would next time finish it off where I did the other one, I think, which was like here and here. So this I would change. I wouldn't finish it there. I would maybe make the crown a little more interesting. I'm not 100% on the crown, but it's the idea. I think this needs to be squished a bit. I think it's a little bit too round. So I'm going to push it in a bit. And like I said, this skull thing didn't quite finish how I liked, but it's all right. It's a learning curve. And I guess you could almost, I wonder, okay, since we can, why don't we try to finish it off in a different way and see if it's going to work? Off grid 2, off grid, let me write that down. Off grid, cool. Skull King bone vibes, cool. So this hopefully won't distort it, but I'm going to either clip this or open it and try to finish it a different way. Yeah, if I don't cut it, then it's going to be better. I could fix it again if it doesn't work. But I don't like that knot behind the crown. So what I'm going to do is, okay, we want it finished around here. So I'm going to hold this firmly and take the end and bring it around. I'm going to bring that around and try to finish it there. I'm not going to cut it yet because I'm not 100% sure it's going to work. And then this side over here, how far over do we want it? Don't want it too close to the eye. So I'm going to take this and bring it here. No, it has to go over a little bit more. Bring it over a little more. And there. And then we're almost done. I'm going to bring that and just, this is just a little, you know, me being picky because I don't like that knot behind the crown. So this way we're finishing it on either side of the crown and hoping it's not going to get distorted. So as long as this thing doesn't take too much wear and tear, it should be okay. Otherwise you could have finished it the way I did the first one, which would be fine too. I won't show myself on YouTube physically. I just like music. Oh, cool. That's nice. Yeah, listening to music on YouTube is nice. Yeah, so I like to listen to the old stuff from this, you know, from my generation, which is the 70s rock and roll and stuff like that. Like the Talking Heads and Pat Benatar and all those old ones. Hotel California. Even the Carpenters and all that. I love it. And I like watching those old videos because it's like a little slice from a time capsule. You know, it's bittersweet because a lot of those people aren't around anymore, but it's definitely fun to watch. Okay, we're going to do this. Trying to line that up a little bit. So you see what this did was just remove the line from the skull that was behind to make it look a little bit more, or a little bit less naughty. Let's bring this one in. And I'm just adjusting this so it's a good position, making it a little bit longer and hoping that the crown sits properly. Okay, I think that's good. The crown is a little on a weird slant, but might be able to fix that up a bit. Bend that a little bit and push that one up a little bit. Just changing, sometimes just changing the angles makes a big difference. Okay, I'm 48 but grew up with that. Yes, ABBA. Oh, ABBA. Oh my gosh. We used to do something in gym class. I grew up in Ontario, in Ottawa, and they had something called the Health Hustle in schools. And so they would, for, I don't know, 10 minutes or something, first thing in the morning, they'd play music like ABBA and all those other musicians, and we'd have to do exercises. So they play the music over the intercom, and we, oh my God, we used to laugh about it. And we had to do exercise, basically kind of dancing, probably like pre-Zumba. And then we, so it's called the Health Hustle, and we had to do our exercises to music like that. And yeah, oh my gosh, that's a blast from the past. So here's, we're done. Here's this one, and this one, and this one. So we're done. So let me know which one, it was fun. So let me know which is your favorite. I do like this idea. I think if the stone was a better shape, it would be better. But otherwise, they turned out pretty good considering I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. 3 great makes. Thank you. Let me flip the screen and say goodbye to everybody. There we go. Perfect. Let me bring this around so we don't have the sun there. Okay. Here we go. So guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Thanks for all your great feedback on the T-Rex heads. Thank you so much to Chris for your request for a T-Rex head with a stone for the live stream. Thank you, Amber, always for moderating the chat and for your great suggestions and ideas. And yeah, thanks everybody for all the likes, all the support, and we will see you the next time.